Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth and fancy seeing you here in June. I really welcome my friends and especially my enemies. Come in, sit down, no touching. I don't do the touching. Welcome back to Big Mouth. You can keep this conversation going with me over on Twitter at Movies TV Mad. So who is going to win this insane streaming war? Who's losing? Who's ahead? Well, this is becoming very, very interesting because Apple TV have got absolutely no chance. They should roll up that rolling up order because it isn't going to happen. Apple TV, forget about it. So that's one thing. Apple TV are not in this race. In this race are Warner Brothers, Disney, Netflix, and Prime Video. Now, not many people mention Prime Video, but they're in the race because unfortunately, many bloggers and people like this who talk about this stuff have agendas. Mostly, they're on the Disney side of the argument. Now, most people think Disney are favourites because of the IP they have, but they're only kind of copying and pasting what Netflix and Prime Video have already achieved. They're already there. They're the inventors of this thing, right? And everyone else is behind them. Now, obviously, Warner Brothers and Disney have the IPs, they have the power, but Netflix have the money and the intelligence. And if you're talking about who's winning out of Netflix and Disney, in a poll that was done with Netflix subscribers, they were asked, would they leave Netflix to subscribe to Disney Plus? And more people said no. People are happy with Netflix. There's no question about it. The reputation of the streaming service is really, really good. There's some contrived things going on about them trying to create and make like content in different speeds. I don't know what it's all about. And some filmmakers like Joe Dante getting offended by that, but ignore that. That's about trying to bring the rep of Netflix down. Netflix have already taken Shonda Rhimes from under their noses. Already, they've taken Dan and Dave, the previous showrunners of Game of Thrones, away from them. If you're wondering why they quit Star Wars, they quit from the moment they agreed that $250 million all-in deal, first look deal with Netflix. Again, twice in a row, Netflix have undone Disney. So if you're talking about who's winning the streaming war at the moment, Disney Plus hasn't even started and Netflix are winning. But on their coattails is Warner Brothers HBO Max. And yesterday they had this big launch thing and told us what the content was and what they were going to do. And I, for one, am really excited. Now, I understand if you're part of the Snyder fandom, DCEU fandom, you were hoping that they would announce the Snyder Cut. And maybe you're a bit angry, and maybe you don't want to support this service. But I think when I look at Apple TV, when I look at Disney Plus, HBO Max has got a very interesting idea here because the variety of content they can give you is fantastic. So this is why I'm doing this video mostly, to talk about what HBO Max have to offer. And let's have a look at it. HBO Max provides an avenue for a whole new generation of fans to discover HBO, The Sopranos, Sex and the City, True Blood, The Wire, and more. HBO Max is shaped by the vision and legacy of HBO's quality programming, which will serve as a foundational element of this platform. That's the whole point. It's called HBO Max. In other words, this is quality control streaming. The reputation that HBO Max or HBO have got is the reason they gave the streaming service this name. Your new favourite HBO shows will also be available on HBO Max. This is very, very interesting. Now, I think there's HBO Go. I think HBO Max will replace that. And apparently, if you are on HBO Go anyway, whatever their streaming service is called, if you're a customer, if you're subscribed, you'll be swapped over to HBO Max, so you don't even have to subscribe. That's amazing. Your new favourite. So basically, you've got shows like Westworld, HBO, Succession, Righteous Gemstones, Barry, Outsider, HBO, Lovecraft Country, The Undoing, Run, Perry Mason, The Plot Against America, Avenue 5. I know this much is true. So again, amazing. You'll be able to watch all these under your subscription with HBO Go, but it's all going to be HBO Max. It's all going to be on the same streaming service. So again, value for money. We're just getting started. More shows are coming to HBO in 2021, including The Nevers, Mayor of Easttown, Gilded Age. In addition, Sesame Street and the other commissioned content under this partnership will be made available to PBS Kids too. Plus, we've got a brand new talk show hosted by everyone's favourite furry Fred, Monster, the Not Too Late Show with Elmo. So that's basically a Sesame Street character. Our commitment to kids starts with our content partnership with Sesame Workshop, bringing 50 seasons of Sesame Street episodes along with 5 new seasons and original series to an on-demand hub for families to enjoy. In the first year, we'll bring together beloved franchises and some new installments from WB Entertainment and more. So basically, somehow it looks like they're going to be able to give us new installments of Lord of the Rings, The Matrix, The Conjuring, the Lego movies, Gremlins. Are we going to get new Gremlins movies? It looks like that, so that's really exciting. Our curated HBO Max film library will carry an extensive offering of the world's best storytelling. We're going down to South Park, gonna have ourselves a time. HBO Max will be the exclusive streaming home of Cartman, Stan, Kyle, Kenny, and the rest of our problematic faves in 2020. Again, they've also commissioned 3 brand new seasons to be on HBO Max as well. You know, South Park's a very popular program, so again, lots of range here. It's amazing. Where are we? Hang on. We're keeping it fresh with the new anime every quarter curated by anime experts Crunchyroll. So if you're into anime, in 2020, HBO Max will be the home of shows you already love that are always fresh to rewatch. Friends, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Big Bang Theory, South Park, and many more. Season 2 of Gen Lock is coming to HBO Max in partnership with Rooster Teeth. What else we got here? Let's have a look. Our kids competition series explore both what to make and what makes us in Craftopia. Lore DIY leads kids contestants through the ultimate crafting competition. For us, kids and family is as much about the family part as it is about the kids. We want HBO Max to be the platform where families come to enjoy quality storytelling together. Still as funny and timeless as ever, the whole WB Looney Tunes gang will be back with both classic cartoons and 80 newly reimagined original shorts in Looney Tunes cartoons. I grew up with Looney Tunes. This would sell me straight away. When HBO Max comes to Europe, I am subscribing. Announcing Jellystone, a new original series where all of these characters come together to live, work and play, but at the same time can't help but stir up trouble for one another. Brand new series College Girls will follow 3 freshman roommates navigating hormones and higher ed together. What could sound better than that? Oh yeah, it's from the mind of Mindy Kaling, who will also serve as writer and showrunner. Rap Shit, I think that is, an original scripted series produced by Issei Ray, exploring the music business in Miami through the eyes of 3 women, an upstart hip-hop duo and their hustler manager. Beyond the expansive libraries and archives, we have a large slate of all new Max originals that will launch throughout 2020 and beyond. Here's a sneak peek into what's coming up. Tokyo Vice, an action series based on a true story following a young American journalist who dives into dangerous underbelly of Tokyo, starring Ansel Elgort in his first television project and shot entirely in Japan. Long-life comedy anthology series following the ever-charming Anna Kendrick as she falls in and out of love, produced in partnership with Paul Feig, known for such hits as Bridesmaids and Spy and Ghostbusters 2016. We won't talk about that though. It's back, bitches. The Gossip Girl revival is a return to everyone's favourite teenage soap. Overheard on the Met steps, you can catch up and binge the previous seasons on HBO Max in 2020. It's the one that you want in our new musical series. We're taking you back to the iconic world of Greece. Riddell High, set to a big rock and roll soundtrack. Now that sounds ambitious and awesome. I love the Grease movies. So that sounds very good. One more for DC Comics fans. In the partnership with Greg Berlanti, we're excited to bring series The Beloved Green Lantern and introduce audiences to strange adventures about a man of two worlds, Adam Strange, an archaeologist, sorry about that, turned intergalactic hero when he's Zeta beamed to planet Ram. Now, this is very, very exciting. Both these DC projects sound exciting. And there's a lot of reasons to subscribe. Kaylee Cuoco stars in The Flight Attendant, a dark comedy that follows what happened after her character wakes up in an unknown bed, in an unknown hotel room next to an unknown deceased man. I like Kaylee. That sounds exciting. From Greg Berlanti comes Unpregnant, the story of college-bound Veronica, a scholastic young woman who finds herself with a positive result, the only test she'd ever want to fail. Fans of the CW can soon binge watch 4 seasons of the new shows on HBO Max shortly after the season's end, starting with DC's Batwoman Riverdale spin-off Katie Keene. Interdimensional Adult Swim mega hit Rick and Morty will be streaming on HBO Max in 2020. Peace Among Worlds, amazing. The range of Adult Swim programming coming to HBO Max includes The Boondocks, plus 2 new seasons, Aqua Teen, Hunger Force, Robot Chicken, Space Ghost to Coast, the award-winning animated series Samurai Jack. We're diving with Adult Swim to bring you the best of the best from one network for young adults. Basically, this Adult Swim deal is massive for HBO Max and Warner Brothers. This will bring a lot of people to the streaming service. Don't let them catch you sleeping on them. We'll have over 100 hours of one of the most watched comedies on TV and Impractical Jokers. Speaking of romance, we can steal you away for a sec. We've got something big for Bachelor Nation, a brand new spin on the series with new additional footage from recent seasons. Will you accept this rose? Are you ready for our unscripted shows? Let's have a look. Our reality competition Legendary from producers of the new Queer Eye will take audiences into the wild world of voguing. We also have the First Dates Hotel, a series from Ellen DeGeneres, where single people go on tailor-made romantic experiences in Italy. We're partnering with Team Coco, Conan O'Brien to bring you 5 all-new stand-up specials. Speaking of romance, I've read this somewhere. Anyway, our reality competition Legendary from producers of, we read that one. Anyway. One more big one, but not the last. A new science fiction epic, Raised by Wolves, created by legendary director Ridley Scott, begs the question, what makes us human? Very exciting. And there's more. HBO is adapting these incredible books. Americana, created by Danai Gurira and produced by and starring the incomparable Lupita Nyong'o. Wow. Circa, an epic fantasy based on a recent bestseller about one of the most evocative goddesses in ancient Greece. From co-creator of Atlanta, Hiro Murai, comes futuristic Station 11 based on the proactive New York Times bestseller and set in the eerie days of civilization collapse. Our partnership with BBC, this is massive, begins with BBC Doctor Who, all 10 previous seasons and beyond, streaming exclusively on HBO Max. So that means they will get the new seasons as well. That's an amazing deal. What's next? How about every episode of The West Wing? The entire series will be available for streaming on HBO Max in the winter of 2020. It's not all fun and games. HBO Max has also got drama, everything from PE to TV series and the OC. CNN Films, HBO Max and Focus Features are partnering for a documentary film celebrating the uncommon life of the late storyteller, explorer and chef Anthony Bourdain, to be directed and produced by Academy Award-winning director Morgan Neville. Generation Hustle, a new CNN Originals documentary series from Oscar winner Alex Gibney's films, where each episode dives deep into the lengths young people will go for the fame, fortune and power. Our content partnership with CNN Originals showcases their rich library of impressive films, documentaries and informational series, including the history of comedy, CNN The Movies, This Is Life with Lisa Ling, United Shades with W. Commander Bell, Anthony Bourdain, Parts Unknown. Because prepping multi-city tour and recorded special wasn't enough pressure, Amy Schumer upped the ante and added a pregnancy and expected Amy chronicles the exciting pressure-filled lead-up to her latest hour special, captures the most transformative taxing season of her life. HBO Max, it will be a war of the roses and poppies and lilies and orchids and daffodils and tulips and composite florist series. Full Bloom takes root at HBO Max. And HBO Max will have another exciting decorating competition from Ellen DeGeneres, where designers will be pushed to expand creative horizons. The Great Space will feature interior designers traversing the globe and competing to transform an electric mix of empty rooms into spectacular spaces, from bare ballrooms to vacant boathouses. We're partnering with Team Coco and Conan O'Brien to bring you 5 all new stand-up specials, we know that. Announcing Bobby Sue comedy starring Golden Globe winning Gina Rodriguez as a brilliant young lawyer who appends tradition at a stuffy Boston law firm. Kind of seems like we've had that kind of thing done before, though. The high-concept comedy film Super Intelligence with iconic Melissa McCarthy will debut exclusively on HBO Max. Don't worry, we've got you covered with Max Originals movies too. That'll be interesting to see what they do with that. We love art and craft of storytelling and are fortunate to collaborate with visionary creators like Denari Guerrera, Ava, The Ellen Show, Lisa Ling, Mindy Kaling, Ridley Scott, Moira Hiro, Steven Soderbergh, S.J. Clarkson, and more. The Curated Classics collection spans years and decades, including award winners like Casablanca, Citizen Kane, The Shining, A Star is Born, Singing in the Rain, A Space Odyssey, and many more. We've worked with experts at TCM, champions in this space for 25 years, to curate a collection of the best classic films anywhere. HBO is the place for classic movie lovers, bringing together an undisputed collection of classic movies. We're breaking the cycle of scrolling and settling for whatever by serving up what you actually want to watch with a personal touch. Excited? Us too. Be the first to know more. Sign up for updates at hbomax.com. Co-viewing will literally bring families together by making it easy to find content. You can all agree on, create a joint profile, and get recs based on your joint views without messing up your personal profile. HBO Max launches in 2020 with hundreds and thousands, tens of thousands of hours of premium content. But that's just the beginning. And we have one last surprise for HBO Max users, HBO Now users. Go to hbomax.com to find out more. Before we declare an end to this epic day, here are the details you've all been waiting for. Launching May 2020. 10,000 plus hours of exceptional content, all for the price of $14.99. I must say, for what they're offering, that is very, very competitive. Yes, Disney Plus is a lot cheaper because there's less content on it and there's less variety on it as well. And this is the big one. House of the Dragon, a Game of Thrones prequel, is coming to HBO, obviously HBO Max as well. The series co-created by, what's his name? G.R.R.M. speaking. Who is that? Who is that tag for? George R. R. Martin, of course it is. So he's very, very much involved. So I think he's taking over the Game of Thrones thing. They had 2 choices, and they decided to do this one, House of the Dragon. Is it 800 years before the original Game of Thrones series? So I'm excited about that. Loads and loads of content. Loads of brilliant stuff. And this is really brilliant. I'm not just saying that. I actually think $14.99 for this is amazing. But I want to know what you think about what HBO Max is offering. Please comment down below. Who do you think is going to win this streaming war? I think it's difficult because in Netflix, Prime Video, HBO Max and Disney Plus, you've got some great competition there. I don't think anyone's going to win this. I think they all offer different things. I think this is the key here. They're not doing the same thing. They've all got different content. So if you're very wealthy, you may be dumb enough, I suppose, to subscribe to all of them. I will definitely subscribe to HBO Max when it's eventually available in Europe. I will stick with Netflix. I will stick with Prime. Prime Video is my favourite streaming service at this moment. What they offer me is absolutely fantastic, and they charge you a yearly fee of 75 quid or euros or whatever you want to say. I think that's the best streaming service out right now. So it's going to be very interesting. I don't think there's a winner. Apple TV is definitely the loser. But watch this space as I will break more news about HBO Max and their future content as we find out more.